Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is presence and responsibility is my personal evolution process. And we are digging into Venus in Aquarius. So right around the time that I will be getting this video uploaded, we will have Venus shifting into Aquarius. And as we will have Pluto moving into Aquarius later this year in March, it's always good to get a feel for the vibes with a friendlier, easier planet. And that Venus is a friendlier, easier planet. And vibrations is the name of the game. In fact, right when I was about to sit down to record, I always put on some music just to get into the groove. And I put on a random mix that Spotify chose, like, here's your daily mix, you know, and the first song that came on was Good Vibrations. And I've been feeling through Venus and Aquarius all day, and that's where I just keep coming back to. There's so many things that other people will talk about with Aquarius, like innovation and community and friendship, and that is all so important when it comes to Aquarius. It's all very important. Something I don't feel like too many people talk about is the vibrational nature that Aquarius calls us to tap into. Capricorn's like the last of like the physical signs. Then we have Aquarius, which is like, let's tune into the vibrational energy, and then Pisces, which is just, you know, heaven itself. We'll use that for now. So I feel like tuning into the vibrational nature of things is a huge lesson for Aquarius that we can tap into when any sign goes in to the sign of Aquarius. So with Venus in Aquarius, one of the things that I was thinking of, besides good vibrations, is empowering your vibration of love. Recognizing that when you are able to hold the energy of love, not only are you buoying yourself, but you're also supporting the planet on so many levels by being able to vibe that love out into the world. And I was also feeling love your vibrations. I talk about this often. I feel like Alexa's like darkening me right now. Hold on. Alexa, turn on main light 100%. Okay. Here I am, out of the darkness, coming out of the dark. Empowering your vibration. There's nobody like you on this planet. Your vibration, the color you are, your spectrum, your energy is so needed. And we do so much, many of us in the early parts of our life, to tone down that energy, tone down our light, all of that. And so part of Venus in Aquarius, beyond loving community, loving your community by being yourself in community, by bringing yourself to community. That's part of our Venus in Aquarius lessons. Now, that doesn't take away all the other lessons that Venus in Aquarius can bring, like I have several friends who have Venus in Aquarius, and I was like, hey, this is not the placement for like the standard traditional relationship. So with Venus in Aquarius over the next about a month, just till the end of January, it moves through fairly fast, but you may find yourself desiring to go in different directions when it comes to relationship, whether it's friendships or even romantic relationships. You know, that's part of, I think, the age of Aquarius, is that we are all able to connect these days via technology. So easy. And there's something to that. It does make our world feel like a smaller world, right? Like we can connect to somebody, you know, on the other side of the world as easy as pie, right? As pie easy. So connecting that way will be very supported. This doesn't mean that we don't want to connect humanely. Is that the word? I don't think so. Person to person. That's still important. But recognize the beautiful benefits of that energy with Venus and Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius is also a call to love your weird, love your freak, love the parts of yourself that you've been told, that's strange. Again, you bring that energy for a reason, and I guarantee you are not the only one. I talk to so many people who are like, this feels so weird, and I'm like, I guarantee I've talked to at least 10 other people, at least, who have a similar energy. So we got soul family out there. We are never really alone in any of this. Venus in Aquarius is not so feeling and flowery when it comes to love. Venus in Aquarius is definitely more analytical, and that is one of the challenges of Venus in Aquarius. Watch where you can analyze instead of feeling. Watch where you get stuck in your head and up with anything in Aquarius. Also watch, Venus in Aquarius is a great time to love your nervous system. With Pluto entering Aquarius later 2 months, it's going to be really important that we empower our nervous systems. So let yourself love on your nervous system over this next month to support it when Pluto comes in, because if our nervous system's not empowered, we might feel very unstable when Pluto enters Aquarius. I think that's good for now with Venus in Aquarius vibes. And like I said in the scope write-up, we have the moon moving into Gemini right behind Venus moving into Aquarius. So we're going to go from like this earthy, heavy vibe where it felt like permanent lazy cat to, I hear Sia, I want to swing from the chandeliers, right? To swinging from the chandeliers, Mary Poppins coming in, lots of air energy moving in, moving through. So again, empower your nervous system, ground in. That will help. Literally visualizing a cord between you and the earth can be supportive. Now you do want to clear that cord off often because it can get convoluted. So do clear that energy, but that can support you. Speaking of strong mental energies, for today we have the moon and Mars connecting. So moon in Gemini, Mars still retrograde for about another 2 weeks in Gemini. But this may spur on some of these ideas of change that you are wanting to bring in as Mars prepares to go direct. So be aware of where you are wanting to empower change in yourself, and notice where mentally you can empower that change. As part of the Gemini energy is empowering your mind, not to take over everything, but also not to run away, right? To be, I have to say it, a tame game warden. When I was a little girl, my mom and sisters read me The Blue Moose by Daniel Pinkwater, and and somehow it became something in our family to ask, are you a tame game warden? So we want a tame game warden when it comes to our mind. So yes, The Blue Moose, Daniel Pinkwater. Some things never go away. Speaking of a tame game warden mind, I do want to mention, because I didn't do the week ahead, we are building to a full moon this Friday, and this full moon will be in Cancer. And so Cancer moons in the middle of Capricorn always bring deluge of feelings. So be aware, if you're starting to get the feelings early, move them on through. I will also mention that Venus will be 0 through most of the day, and 0 Venus can feel a little grace bliss. So be aware of that as well. Speaking of grace, you may want to check out the heart chakra video that I did with Nikki and Ryan last Friday. So let's look at this energy. These cards. The Star card, the Silence card, is on top. Part of Aquarius energy is looking into the future, and Venus in Aquarius is asking us to empower our bright future. How do you do that? How can you empower a bright future for yourself, for others, for the world? It's definitely a moment-by-moment process, but I do think recognizing the power of vibration, your power of vision, and your power of innovation to call in this bright star energy. Intensity. To me, this feels like these air energies picking up. It also feels like the nervous system going like this. So make sure if you're feeling like this at all today to breathe and literally, like, sometimes you gotta, like, just fall into it. Settle into your body to support that grounding. Along with the intensity, I also have patience. That 0-degree Venus does not breed patience. So add a little extra to your reservoir. And the final card, the morality card, 1111. Watch the shoulds. You know, Aquarius is co-ruled by Uranus and Saturn. And those Saturn shoulds, so many songs playing in my head. But that's the rhythm is going to get you, but Saturn's going to get you, was what I was hearing. I sometimes wish that I could play the Mimi jukebox for you. Watch for the Saturn shoulds. Watch where you keep squishing yourself, squishing your vibe to be approved of, to fit in, whatever. And have compassion for yourself there, but see where little by little you can let your light shine. All right, so that's it for today. You can book a reading. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com for that. 2023 year ahead readings, half-hour readings, whatever you need. Message me for that. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And honor your values. Namaste.